Hello, I'm Jody Wolf, and you're watching Expoz. It is November 5, 2018. It's almost 6 p.m. Birmingham. Guys, we're 14 hours away from voting. And again, let me tell you exactly what they are after and what will happen to change your life if the blue team, if the Democrats are in charge. Number one, it'll come right back to healthcare, control healthcare, and you control the people. Number two, poverty, increase the poverty levels as high as possible. Poor people are easier to control and will not fight back if they are providing everything, or if you're providing everything for them to live. Why else would these tens of thousands eventually be coming into the United States? We already have, 24 million illegals here now, and this weakens this country every day more and more. Three, debt. Increase the debt to an unsustainable level. That way you're able to increase taxes, and this will produce more poverty. And this is what they have said, and you've heard them. Take away your tax break. Take away the decrease in taxes that Trump gave you. So they're right on target, bringing people in. They want the Obama health care back, and they want to null and void your tax decrease. Well, then you have number four, you have gun control. Remove the ability to defend themselves from the government. That way you're able to create a police state. That's their agenda, gun control. Reduce the ability to defend yourselves from the government. Look, the government wrote that in the Constitution so that we could defend ourselves from invading foreign nations. And if you've noticed, none have ever invaded us. But every nation that doesn't have a gun, they all have been invaded. And they all fell. Number five, welfare. Take control of every aspect of their lives. Food, housing, and income. And then they're going to move you into small apartments, inner city. And those that live or did live outside the city in neighborhoods, well, guess what? That's the home for the new government employees. They get your house and you get a small apartment, inner city. Education, take control of what people read and listen to. Take control of what children learn in school. And there you go. You're training them to behave the way you want them to. And that's destructive, and that's also dumbing them down, and we've heard that. Religion, remove the belief in God and from the government and schools. Judge Roy Morris fought his butt off to get the 10 Commandments back on the walls in our buildings in Alabama. He didn't succeed because they screwed him out of his Senate job. They did. They screwed him. They lied and cheated to win over the man that they have in. His name is Doug. 8, class warfare. Divide the people into wealthy and the poor. This will cause more discontent, and it will be easier to take and to tax the wealthy with the support of the poor. You hear people talking all the time when you go and interview them. And one girl in California, she was for taxing the rich 90%. If it took that to take care of these people coming from South Central America. She said it. But she doesn't have a job. She goes to school part-time. So to her, that sounds like a good idea, because she would be in part of those who would get a little bit of money from the government. But you know what? It doesn't work that way. When the government controls you, you get what they want you to have. You don't get what you want. And it'll never again be like that. In the account of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 13, and also in Exodus, there's so many things there, guys, that are red flags just really popping up and waving, and it needs to be looked at really hard. And but what we can do tomorrow morning when the polls open is vote red. You know, we must stop Agenda 21. If we don't vote red, or if the Democrats win, then Agenda 21 will come in and end your life as you know it today. One of the first things that's required to start bringing people under socialist rule and law is to hijack, you ready for this? The liberal media, or the media, and create a liberal media. And they did that. That was really easy for them. They hijacked the media years ago. And I don't need to explain that one to you, do I? Please go tomorrow and let's make a difference. And let's make sure that our children and grandchildren will have a life of peace for an entire 70-plus year generation. Jody Wolf, Expoz.